This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello, I'm Bridget of the CNN Newscast, and I am here to open our annual earthquake broadcast. The history of West Tennessee takes quite a few turns, though few know the history of the earthquakes in the area. The most known earthquake is probably the earthquake of Reelfoot Lake. In mid-December 1811 through mid-March 1812, about 3 earthquakes struck. The last of these is estimated to be the strongest ever recorded on the North American continent. These earthquakes form the Reelfoot Lake here today at 18,000 acres. Many since then have been preparing for a superquake that would occur on the New Madrid fault line. It is probable that it will occur in the next 50 years, but that is not the only one to occur. Near Memphis in 1865, a magnitude of 5.0 earthquake was felt from St. Louis, Missouri to Jackson, Missouri, and it was also felt in Illinois. Chimneys were easily knocked over and many things were destroyed. But not only in West Tennessee, but also in East Tennessee. All across the world and every day, at least one earthquake occurs. You might not be able to feel it, but for all I know, an earthquake could be happening right now and I would never know. So, to our seismologist, John.
Hello, my name is John. I am a seismologist from the Bob Institute in Nashville. I'm coming to you live, and I'm here to tell you about the possibility of earthquakes in the New Madrid fault area. Earthquakes are detected in an area using seismographs, which create seismograms, which are the lines on the seismograph. Seismographs work by having a drum, which is, whenever an earthquake occurs, is connected to a pencil, which is put on a piece of paper, and the height of the marks on the piece of paper determine the power of the earthquake, which is measured by the Richter scale. The modified Mercalli scale. It is used to measure the intensity of the scale and is not necessarily based off the power of an earthquake. The rating on the Mercalli scale is used 1 through 12, while the Richter scale is 1 through 10. The Richter scale measures power, while the Mercalli scale measures the intensity of the earthquake and is higher in more densely populated areas. You cannot necessarily determine when an earthquake is going to occur in an area, but the signs of that an earthquake is going to occur usually come in the form of the difference in elevated areas when are the predecessor to an earthquake. They even though we have determined that earthquakes occur on the New Madrid fault approximately every 150 to 200 years, which would put us at a determining of 40 to 50% of a major earthquake in the New Madrid fault area in the next 50 years. Now back to you, Bridget.
Thank you, John. And now to our geologist, Stevie.
Thank you, Bridget. I am standing on the New Madrid fault line, but you may be wondering why I am standing next to the Mississippi River. Well, you may be surprised that the Mississippi River runs right over the New Madrid fault line. The reason for the earthquakes in this area is because the New Madrid fault line is a strike-slip fault, and it moves horizontally past each other, trying to find a more comfortable position, but when it hits something, or even the slightest variation, it creates an earthquake that is combined with the stress that builds up with the pressure of the Earth's crust. Now back to you, Bridget.
Thank you, Stevie. And now to our safety expert, Gary.
Thank you, Bridget. Before an earthquake, anchors loose objects such as a vase, bookcases, and other stuff to the ground or floor. Also, bolt down and secure the wall studs, your water heater, refrigerator, furnace, and gas appliances. Anchor large appliances to walls using safety cables or straps. Lock the rollers of any large appliance, or pieces of furniture. Install flexible pipe fittings to avoid gas and or water leaks. Flexible fittings are more resistant to breaks and cracks. During an earthquake, if you're indoors, take cover under a sturdy desk, table, bench, or against an inside wall and hold on. In other words, hit the dirt. Stay away from glass, windows, outside doors, and walls, and anything that can fall, such as lighting fixtures or furniture. If you're in bed, stay. Take cover under your blanket and pillow, unless you're under a large light fixture. If that's the case, try to get under a desk. Use a doorway for shelter only if it's close to you and you're certain it's strongly supported. Stay inside until the shaking stops and it's safe to go outside, because most injuries during earthquakes occur when people are hit by falling objects inside and outside. Beware that electrical power may be lost during an earthquake, and sprinkler systems and fire alarms may turn on. And never use an elevator during an earthquake. If you're outside, stay and move away from buildings, streetlights, and utility wires. If you're trapped under rubble, don't light a match, don't move about or kick up dust, and cover your mouth with a handkerchief or clothing. Tap on a pipe if there's one nearby to alert rescuers of your location. Use a whistle if one's available. Shout only if it's the only option you have left, because you could inhale dangerous amounts of dust. After an earthquake, make sure check for gas and water leaks and electrical shorts and turn off any damaged utilities. Don't try to turn the utilities back on by yourself. Contact the fire department or gas or electric companies to have the utilities turned back on when the area is secured. Comply with the evacuation orders ordered by the police. Be prepared for aftershocks, which may be nearly as severe as earthquake. After that, check yourself for injuries. Then protect yourself from further damage by putting on pants, a long sleeve shirt, sturdy shoes, and work gloves. If you see injured or trapped people with first aid, immediately call 911 if someone has life-threatening injuries. Also, beware of the hazards afterwards. Expect the aftershocks, and remember to drop, cover, and hold hit the dirt each time you feel one. Look for it and extinguish small fires and eliminate fire hazards. Use flashlights or portable battery-powered lanterns rather than candles for lighting if you lose electricity. Inspect your home for structural damage and possible breaks in utility wires and pipes. If your home is unsafe, get out. Clean up dangerous spills immediately, such as medicines, leeches, gas, or other flammable liquids. And finally, watch for the down power lines.
Thank you, Gary. And this has been our annual earthquake broadcast. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next year.
This is CNN Breaking News.